is good, good people? You are now listening to another episode of Since We Last Spoke with Danny Foxworth. I am your humble narrator, Danny Foxworth, and once again, we're joined by an extremely special return guest. You seen him on At the Plate with Danny Foxworth talking all things New York Mets. Well, we're going to talk about some other stuff outside of the world of baseball too. So, ladies and gentlemen, back for the second time, my dog, Chef Calvin Wright. Calvin, what's good, bro?
How you doing? You all right?
Doing well, man. How about yourself?
Everything good?
Yes, sir.
I'm doing great. Appreciate you. Appreciate you having me back, man. That was fun.
Absolutely, man. So first off, let's talk about the Knicks because our respective squads are currently in their respective conference finals. So what's the temperature looking like for you over on that side of town with dealing with your Knickerbockers?
To be honest with you, I've said this before, but it's like I'm an honest person, so I I don't really see us, going all the way right now. I'm just gonna be honest with everyone, and like I said before, a lot of cats talk about the past, and the past is not doing anything for us. I'll be honest with you, I'm not even a fan of the players of the Knicks right now. I'm glad that we're there. I am
Really?
really happy that we're there, but I don't like the way Brunson plays. Like he's nice. Don't get me wrong, he's nice, but he
Hmm.
looks like Paul Pierce, like non-athletic. You know what I'm saying? My man is shaped like a minion. You know what I mean? Like running up and down the court. Like, and then just looking at Cat, he's so soft. It's just like he's good. He's really good, but we don't have the depth. If one of those guys get injured, it's over. It's over for us. And then I mean, we just don't have the depth. I mean, we're getting ran on. Everybody's tired. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, man. I was pulling for y'all, man, because I always say it's NBA is always more enjoyable to me when the Knicks are on top of things.
I totally agree, and to be honest, like I'm just happy that we're here because, in personal opinion, I don't think that we should have been here. Like I really don't think with if what's son Tatum didn't get hurt, I think it's a different ball game. I was happy that we went up, early, but it was getting ready to get real crazy. So, but I'm like I said, I'm glad that we're here, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
We're gonna
we'll
see
see
what
what
happens.
happens. So it's
This Halliburton kid, man, he's Reggie Miller 2.0, bro.
bro.
2.0. 2.0. Look at him. Watch how he balls. Like he's like 2.0.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy to me. The way he acts, his mannerisms, like I'm like, oh my gosh, bro. And we had everybody from New York went there last night. You had Spike was out there. Cats were out there supporting him.
Yeah.
You know, then you had that one dude. I guess he's a sports analyst. I didn't even hear of him until today. I heard he's super famous though. That he was talking crazy to Spike and them at the game. I can't remember the guy's name, bro. But I guess he's a sports analyst, pretty famous. But you sound like a wrestler. Out there screaming at the fans. Screaming at Spike Lee, cursing him out. Like, yo, bro, it's crazy. It's a different ball game out there right now.
Yeah, it is, man. So next thing I want to talk about. I know you're widely known on IG for your simply delicious vignettes. And man, it seems like you really took it up a notch, man. I've seen you got some partnerships and whatnot. You
Yeah.
working with Spike Seasoning and Chicken of the Sea. I'm like, man, this man, he done came up, bro. I'm enjoying, man. I'm
Yeah, yeah,
enjoying
yeah.
it. I'm
So
watching the progress, bro, and I love it. So let's talk about that.
yeah, so I mean, the progress is there. Like I go on like a hiatus every once in a while because the creativity has to continue to roll. So the next step is to really step up I guess, the theatrics of the situation. Because the cooking aspect is there. But to just like see me, I really want to take it to the next step. So I've been working on some things like, just it's all in the brain too. Like it's all creativity, man. Like when you're doing anything artistic, like because it's just you gotta. Sometimes you can't do it all the time. Like you got to step back and really start, getting inspirations from other places and looking at some other things, because I love watching movies, like really, and cinema is about to come into some heavy play. So we'll see in a second.
Okay.
But yeah, we're gonna have cinema. Yeah. So and I toyed with that idea long ago. Long ago, I started with it long ago, but I just wasn't ready. Like the camera wasn't right, and I'm still, my camera is still not to par because I shoot with a film camera. I mean, not a film camera, like it's more of a photography camera than say a video camera,
Yeah,
so but for what I do with it, it's pretty good. You know what I'm saying?
it
So
is.
you just gotta figure that out. But yeah, I'm taking it up to the next level, man. And we got some other collabs coming up, So and it seems like foreign food seems to kind of reach out to me. So like Asma Khan, she's like super well known on like Food Network. I did the one um video for her on Instagram, and that dish was delicious, like hands down. Like shout out to her because she just released that book, so I got chosen to pick a recipe out of there and do that. So
Wow.
that was pretty dope. Yeah,
Right on.
yeah.
So just keeping it on in the vein of the photography, how did you get into that in the first place?
Uh, Always been an artist, man. Like when I was a kid, I went to art school. Like high school, that was my major. I was, into art. I always seen things differently. And so the photography thing kind of felt natural. And I like to shoot what my eyes like. I like to shoot the moment. I like to shoot the vibe. A lot of guys shoot, you can do portrait, all that, but I'm usually like out at like I'll go to a festival and just do a whole spiel about it, like you see me on the Instagram, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and it's nothing to me because this is my experience, and that also helps with the creativity, because like especially like, being at the fish fry that was in Charlotte, shout out to Wilmo, big in the community. And it was dope to, see what he does for his community, and I think that's like, you know, so important, and I just seen something beautiful. The first time I went to one of his joints, I was like, yo, bro, I got to be out here for this, for every time, just because it's what his passion is to do for his community. But yeah, man. But yeah, that's how I started getting into photography, and I just wanted to start shooting. And then my sister gave me a camera, and I had a camera, and I just kept going with it.
You was off to the races.
Yeah, off to the races, man. And,
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 and
and the big thing I want to explain too is like never be afraid to like switch up, like whatever you do, because like, just because I'm 42 years old, I see a lot of cats and they're still trying to, figure things out, I guess, whatever. But, don't be afraid to like, if you've been like, because I've been doing this cooking stuff forever, so if you're a dreamer, bro, like, you see, like didn't always want to do this, but you I'm sure you grew a passion for it, right? And
yep.
it grew into something else, and it's gonna get bigger, and it's just constant practice, repetition, all the good stuff that gets you to the top, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that's why I just want to kind of say, like, because I know a lot of cats out there, they stuck in a place, man, and I'm just like, yo, bro, if you got something else to do it, bro.
Yeah. You use every tool in your
Use
toolbox.
yes. Explore. You never know, man. You might be limited. You might be, you know, it's limitless. Just
Yeah.
explore.
And you if I'm not mistaken, your last IG post, you were doing photography of your son. And he was I think like the last two posts that you did on IG were regarding your son and
Yes.
specifically him winning his the baseball championship, the under 8 baseball championship. So
Yeah.
what was that like for you as a father?
So like, to be honest, like it really, I played ball everywhere, bro. Like I played ball at Shea Stadium. I played at old Yankee Stadium. Like I played ball, like
Yeah.
travel ball. You know what I'm saying? So I never won a championship in any sport though. Like basketball, like I never won a championship in my lifetime. I played a
Yeah.
lot of sports. And to watch him get one at 8, with cats that, because I'm an assistant coach, with kids that have been around him for like 3 years, and watching them all develop and grow and just like win a championship. Because the goal is to have fun,
Yeah.
right? But deep down inside of me, I want him to win, it's and it was good because you seen the dog come out of every child. You know what I mean? Like, and then I heard the chants, and I was like, man, these cats are they really killing it right now, you know, and they stomped them out, you know, like they weren't even supposed to be there, you know, and you know, every kid makes playoffs, but you know, they went against a heavy hitter, man. They won a championship. I was super proud, man, and it really brought joy to me, you know. And then my other son, my oldest son, was there with the camera, you know, like picking his brother up, you know, like that right there meant the world to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So is your son, your oldest son, is he in the photography as well?
No, he tries. He's like so he does music. So you know he's an artist
Okay.
himself. You know what I mean? Like so he does music. You know, and he shoots. Like I just tell him the basics. He could kind of do that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
he'll get his brother coming down. You know, something cool. You know, just get everybody in the same frame. Make sure we're good, bro. Like we'll be all right. So now he knows the basics. You know, same for cooking too. He knows the basics. You know, he'll cook. You
Okay.
know, so like that's that. The oldest one is more so like me. My youngest one is all my wife, man. Like he's cool like me, but to be honest, my man is really like he's real calm, real calm, real calm.
Right on. So speaking of your wife, I'm curious, how did you and your wife meet?
Uh oh man, that's a good question, man. So I met my wife 15 years ago, 15 going on 16 years ago. I had moved down here. What was that place in Wild Wings Cafe
Oh my
in
gosh.
University? In University?
Okay, off of
Wow.
85.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were at Wild Wings Cafe. Uh, and what was happening? My brother-in-law, I had just moved down here. My brother-in-law was like, "Yo, you want to go out?" I was like, "Bet," because I ain't have anything. I moved down here. I got a kid. Like I'm single, popping. You know, like being a dad. I'm
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, I'll go out with you." You know what I'm saying? So we went out, and I'm getting smacked. You know what I mean? I'm drinking, got drunk. My brother-in-law was like, "Yo, here's the credit card. Like, yo, bro, just whatever you want. Tell whoever else, you know, get them drinks." So I'm over there just getting anybody a drink. You know, whatever. Played cornhole for the first time that night too, and dusted off these cats. Uh, uh, and then my wife walked in with these girls, and they all just graduated college. And I kept looking at my wife the whole night, right? I even seen Shorty come up to the bar and look at me. So I'm sitting at her like, damn, like, but I had this lump on my face at the time, right? Like I had a cyst, bro. So I had it looked like Rockman, like I had the Rockman knot on my forehead, right? So I'm like, oh, I gotta go talk to Shorty. So she keeps looking at me. So I finally, you know, I go over to her, whatever, and I'm going to talk to her. And she's like, yo, here's my number, bro. Like, you took too long. Like, I gotta go now. Here's my number. Call me. So I call her immediately, like after I leave the bar. And I asked her, my first question to her was how she felt about Obamacare. And she had this wild, crazy answer about Obamacare. This is like 2 a.m. in the morning, mind you. And I'm
Wow.
and I asked her this question, and she had such this good answer. I was like, "Yo, can I come over?" Yeah, she deaded me, bro. So she was like, "Nah." She was like, "Nah, yo, you can't come over my house." So I was feeling her like off rip though, because like I felt her vibe. Like she was a good person. Like, you know what I mean? Like some people, you know, like are just corny off rip, but she was genuine, you know. So she came, met my son, you know, like, and then, you know, we got together. Like 2 weeks after we were together or we started talking, though, she had to go to Ireland. So she was in Ireland for like a month in our first part of our relationship. But yeah, we met at Wild Wings Cafe, man.
Man, that's wild, man. Because Wild Wing, I know. Well, we don't have Wild Wings down here in Charleston anymore, but that was the one in North Charleston. That was my go-to. That was like my cheers. So as soon as
Yeah,
you said
yeah,
a Wild Wing, my antenna went straight up.
yo, they closed the one down because my man's they own Red at 28th. So I know they used to have it right there in the little. I don't even know if that Red. I think that Red is still there. I'm not sure, but yeah, they closed them down for a while ago, man. That used to be the spot.
Man,
The
listen, that was one of my go-to spots whenever I come up to Charlotte. Like the one over in Airsley, the one in the
oh
Epicenter.
bro. But their tables started getting sticky. You know when a place gets bad when the tables start getting sticky. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah,
Like,
100%.
nobody talks about that. You go to somebody's crib, you be like, yo, that's sticky, bro. Like that's that old sticky, like that. You know what I mean? Like it's just like syrup or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
the
don't
health
know.
department pull up and I was like, oh boy, it's gonna be a bad scene. Yo,
Oh
so
man.
instead of the 5 questions, since we already did the 5 questions, I'm going to do 3 questions this time. And well, the last question is
Okay.
going to be the same question I asked the last time. But
Yeah.
your one of your posts in your IG stories today actually inspired this first question because you posted the it was the Leaders of the New School video, the case of the PTA.
Yes. Yes.
So in
Yes.
that same vein, now I have to ask you, what's the first album that you bought with your own money? That's question number one.
The first album I bought with my own money. The first money I bought with my own money was Hard Knock Life.
Ooh, good one.
Was the first joint I bought it. I bought a CD. Now, if with that, but that was like an official joint. Now, if we talking about bootlegs,
It can be bootlegs
like I
too.
was buying like bootlegs. I was buying like War Report and everything on like these old cassette joints, like by Left Rack City,
Yeah.
like in Queens or Jamaica Avenue. I was getting the bootlegs. I think War Report was probably like one of the first joints. No, New Jack Hustler, the New Jack City joint. That's what it was. New
Okay.
Jack City. New Jack City. It was that joint because Hustler Hustler. That was
Yeah.
my joint. So when I
Ice
heard
T.
that, I was real young when I had that joint too. But I paid for that. I paid for that. Yeah, that was a
Okay.
long time ago. It was a cassette tape too. Damn, bro, that was a good question. That was a long time ago. I bought a lot of music in my life.
Yeah, you and me both. Matter of fact, I got a side question for that question. What's
Uh,
your favorite track off the War Report?
bro, I couldn't even tell you, bro. I just bought that motherfucker.
Got you. Completely understand.
Now, if you asked me off of like, well, I already told you what my favorite joint was off New Jack City's joint was that Hustle or Hustler shit, and I told you my Nas shit already, which is I already told you that joint the last question. But go ahead, yeah, I bought that joint though. That's what I know. I don't have a favorite joint. I just bought it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I always went back to Bloody Money. That was my
Bloody
favorite joint.
Money.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess you know.
Put the bogey out in your face. Now your face lays like ashtray face.
Yo, bro, you gotta remember, there was like I said, I was buying a lot of music at that time. I remember buying Capadonna's joint. All I remember
Ooh.
was, but I didn't even like his music.
You know what? I really didn't care for the album either. I like Slang Editorial and I like Milk the
All
Cow,
I
and that was
heard was
pretty much it.
"Oh Donna," bro, and I deaded it. I
Good
deaded it.
call.
I deaded it, bro. So like I said, I bought a lot of music. Now that I listen to all the music, yeah, I got but I don't have like no favorite joints unless it's like Nas, Jay. I got some joints on. I was just talking to my bro today about the Ghostface joint earlier because we were talking about something about Ghostface. Oh, my son played Wu-Tang. He said Wu-Tang tries too hard.
What? Wow.
Yeah, bro. That was disgusting, bro.
Wow.
They told me Wu-Tang tried too hard. That was
Bro.
disappointing. That was disappointing.
Man.
A cat that listens to the amount of music that he listens to and all the stuff, bro, that was really disappointing when he told me.
Like my mind is blown right now.
Yeah, bro. He said, and I was like, yo, Wu-Tang is forever, bro.
Wu-Tang is for the kids,
Wu-Tang is for the kids. Wu-Tang always gonna be around, bro.
but not for that kid.
Not for that kid, bro.
Man. Oh well.
Well, good for him, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Man
because
likes what he
everybody,
likes.
exactly. Some people like, they'll just sit here and be like, yo, I just love Wu-Tang because everybody else love Wu-Tang. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, it's a fad, or, you know what I mean? So he just got his own spiel, you know what I mean? My man
Yeah.
was listening to Backstreet Boys the other day.
Wow.
He in the other room, so I know he can hear me.
Yeah. Hey, I respect it.
I'm gonna play him, bro. Fuck out of here.
Question number 2. What do you like most about yourself?
um, that I care. I care too much. I care too much that I'm starting not to really give a fuck. If that
Word.
makes sense, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I'm really getting good at not giving a fuck. And I really like that about me because it took me, and like my piece is expensive. You know what I'm saying? Like I I I used to dibble and dabble, want to talk. I wanted to be around these people. I wanted to be around shit that wasn't even real. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
corny.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the goal is to just stay like sucker free, and continuously just be me, like honest, you know what I mean? Like that's it. And sober. You know what I mean? Like from the drinks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, no, I like that about me, man. Like the not giving a fuck. Like, just my wife and kids. That's it. That's it, man.
That's all you need. And
That's
then
all
the
I
last then the last question. What's the last thing that really made you laugh?
You caught me with this last time, man. God damn it, man. What really made me laugh? This wasn't even like in the pre-questions, man. You could have hit me with this one again. Oh man, what really made me laugh? I just seen some dumb shit on it. Gram, let me look in the gram real quick while I'm sitting here
All
because
right.
I just seen something dumb. I'm always finding something. Oh, talking about stuff that I don't know. You watch TV like a lot?
A little bit. Not a
Yeah,
whole
you
lot.
watch that new show with Noble Wood? What's his name? Yeah, no, Wood Harris. Oh man, what is the name of that show, bro? It's a damn good show, bro. Forever.
Nah, I
Forever.
haven't seen it.
Yo, bro, if you like TV, good TV, bro, check it out. Check it out.
Okay.
Uh, but what the hell I seen what was funny, bro? I know I just watched whatchamacallit over again. I that shit Nacho Libre, bro. I don't know what about.
Yes.
Yo,
I love that damn movie.
yo, why? I don't know why I love that movie so much, bro. When he's like singing to the nun chick and everything, bro. Oh, dude, took me out, bro. Yeah, I was just laughing about that just not too long ago.
Uh,
Uh, you know, but yeah, I watch old people stuff, bro, and then I just catch myself just laughing or laughing. Like I said, as the last time, my kids keep me laughing.
yeah.
I really don't have like things that I think we talked about Kid Cudi busting his ass too, which
Yes.
Kid Cudi
Yes.
was in the news again this week, right? That shit is funny, bro. That
Yeah.
shit's funny. I really don't talk about news and stuff like that. I don't really get in this whole Diddy shit, bro. But you gotta understand, I grew up and so I was around that nigga, bro. You gotta understand that. So I'm like at a club and Diddy in that club, bro. And I've been telling anybody that knows me, bro, that has I will tell you, they will tell you, they'll be like, yo, Calvin been saying he was a wild dude way back when. Cause I seen him, bro. I seen him, bro. I got
Man.
dudes that are blocked by him because of what like he was doing way back. Like all them basketball tournaments, Rucker tournament and shit. Bro, what you got? A whole bunch of young dudes out there sweating big men and they want to go shopping, get money.
Mm.
50 Cent said it best, bro. Yo, son, he asked me to go shopping.
Yeah. You stay away
Yo,
from that dude.
yo, if you and I are chilling and I say, yo, you want to go shopping, bro, you want to hear me ever even ask you that? You know?
Mm-mm.
No, bro. Think about that.
Yeah.
You
Like,
just,
how often do you hear that question from a dude?
yo, I got best friends, 10 of them. Like my whole life, I've known them since the sandbox. Not one of them ever said, yo, you trying to go shopping? Like I'm take you shopping, bro. No,
Yeah.
and no, and they all got money. Not one of them said, yo, you want to go? I'm gonna take you shopping, bro. Fuck
Yeah.
out of here, bro. If I want some shit, I ask son. Like, yo, bro, like, yo, yo, you got some bread? Like, yo, I need to get something. You know what I mean? But no, to be like, yo, bro, like, take me shopping? Fuck out of here.
Yo, so if there's anything else you want to plug or promote, the floor is yours.
Oh man, just look out for Simply Delicious. Um, I have new projects coming up. So we'll see. Like I said, August, I've got another project coming up with another Indian company. So I'm proud that someone in India is out there. That means they see me out there. But yeah, that's it. Always Black Farms Matter. That's always going to be promoted no matter what. And bro, just everybody out there, if y'all see me, bro, just stay positive and remember, man, like you can do anything at any age, and just keep your creativity up and just stay positive, man. That's all I can say.
Yes, sir. Couldn't have said it better, man. Calvin, thank you so much for coming back on, man. I always enjoy it when you're on the pod, man. Matter of fact, you have an open invitation. Anytime you want to come on and just chop it up, just say the word.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Yeah, I appreciate you, man. And like we'll definitely chop it up on the side and stuff like that because you might see a video I made out of this. You don't even know.
Okay. Hold on now. Exclusive. Since we last spoke, exclusive.
I might especially once you post this, then I'll be able to do something. I already started doing something. It's crazy. So you'll probably have this song right here too.
Oh.
All right.
Fela. Can't go wrong with Fela. Ever.
It's a cold ass song too, bro. I was just listening to it right before this, yo. And I appreciate you having me, man. I appreciate you for real.
Absolutely. And thank y'all for listening. Make sure you like, download, and subscribe to Since We Last Spoke with Danny Foxworth. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can find it at Danny Foxworth 843. There you can find videos for every episode of this podcast, as well as my baseball podcast At the Plate with Danny Foxworth, which Calvin has been on. My Candle podcast, A Wicked Good Time with Danny Foxworth, and Grown Up Low Country with Liz and Danny. And for Calvin and myself, this has been another episode of Since We Last Spoke with Danny Foxworth. And until next time, y'all be good. Peace.